Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. Hopefully you all can hear me. I just had to do this video right now. I could have waited till I was inside and all that kind of stuff. But I just decided to go ahead and just do it while I'm on my way to pick up my woman and stuff. So before I do that, I just wanted to do this quick little video. And unfortunately, since I'm driving, I'm not going to be able to read your comments, but I want to thank you all for watching right now. I will go back and watch the playback. And if you all say something that should be added to the discussion, I may do a follow-up video. But I wanted to get on here because I saw a video that Teron Rain posted. And I just saw the title. I didn't watch the actual video, but it prompted me to go online to find out more information about Whoopi Goldberg defending this guy, Neeson. Yeah, so I was like, let me go check this out. I went online and I actually read the article. It's an article from the Griot. When I get a chance, I'll post a link in the description box so that you all can check it out. But in the article, this woman basically says that she knows him and she knows that he's not a bigot. And then she went on to excuse his anger towards black men by saying, well, when things happen to people's loved ones, they get angry and all that kind of stuff. She brushed it aside. She basically looked at it as an individual type of issue where somebody's just angry and they want to lash out. But the fact of the matter is, this goes beyond like her individual friendship with this guy or the fact that she's known this guy. At the end of the day, that's not even relevant. The issue is whether or not this guy is a racist. The issue is whether or not his actions were racist. Here's a man that deliberately went to black areas looking for a fight with black people, looking for a fight with black men, looking to kill a black man in order to get revenge for what happened to his friend. And it wasn't about him just seeking out the person who actually committed the crime. Any black bastard would do in this guy's mind. So this is not some issue of somebody simply being angry because something happened to a loved one. This is the issue of somebody wanting to lash out at an entire race of people for the action of one member of that race. It's an example of collective punishment. It's an example of prejudice, like where he's basically lashing out at an entire race of people. And it's hard for me to believe that all of a sudden, because this guy talked to his priest or because he did some power walking, that all of a sudden he's magically cured of racism. I find that hard to believe. And just because somebody is, seems to be cool with you as an individual, that doesn't negate the racism that this person obviously had and probably still has towards black people. So that's one thing that I wanted to talk about real briefly. The other thing is Michelle Rodriguez. And hopefully you all can hear me okay. But the other thing is Michelle Rodriguez. She basically said, well, this guy can't be a racist because he had his tongue way down in Viola Davis's mouth, and because he had because he did some love scene with somebody in a film, because he played a certain role. All of a sudden that means he's not racist because he was doing his job playing a role of somebody's love interest in a film. All of a sudden that means that he's not racist. That's so absolutely ridiculous and asinine that this woman would actually fix her mouth to say something as stupid as that. I mean, people act like because someone has sex with someone or because they're in a relationship with somebody of another race, then all of a sudden that negates their racism. All of a sudden they're cured of racism simply because they kissed somebody or because they had sex with somebody or because they had a relationship with somebody. That's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Examples of white men who have been with black women but still are racist. I mean, we know the history of slavery in this country. The white man was with black women. The white man raped black women and stuff like that. You know, had sex with black women, kissed black women and all that stuff. But he still, at the end of the day, was oppressing black women and black men and black people, period. You know, some of the biggest segregationists had no problem, you know, sexually engaging with black women while they segregated and humiliated black people. We know the example of Strom Thurmond. You know, this man had a sexual relationship with an underage girl, a black girl and all that kind of stuff, while at the same time he was a staunch segregationist against black people. Laying down with black people doesn't cure somebody of racism. Or especially just acting in a movie, kissing somebody as a part of your job as an actor, that's supposed to cure somebody of racism? That's so ridiculous, so absurd. You know, that all of a sudden somebody's cured of racism because they kissed somebody in a film. It's so ridiculous, man. And we've seen examples over and over again of black women that are actually in relationships with white racists. I've read it time and time again. Like, I've quoted this article. It was from, I think it was from Essence. And I'll find it and post it in the description box when I get a chance. But it was about this black woman that married this white man. This white racist man who basically fetishized her. You know, he used racial slurs when talking about her. You know, calling her the N-word. You know, talking about her hair and all that kind of stuff, her natural hair and stuff. Making all kinds of despicable, disparaging remarks and basically viewing her as like his personal little slave, his personal sex slave, you know, type of fantasy. That's how he viewed his wife, and that's how he treated his wife. Calling her niggers and stuff like that. And we saw the example of this biracial girl on here who was with this racist white boy who was calling black people niggers, you know, making mockery of Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, even though he was laying down with this biracial girl. So it is just so crazy that people would actually believe that playing in some role cures somebody of racism, man. And I'm not surprised with Whoopi Goldberg. You know, I almost forgot to mention this, but she used to date that guy, Ted Danson, I think that's his name. You know, this actor that played on the TV show Cheers. This guy did a performance in blackface. This girl's man at the time did a performance in blackface. And he was using the N-word over and over again. And this woman, Whoopi Goldberg, defended that racism, defended that bigotry. So I'm not surprised by anything that comes out of this woman's mouth. She's nothing but a straight up coon. That's what she is. So I'm not surprised at all that she would be defending this guy. Defending this guy that was actually looking to hunt black people, black men in particular. She's defending this guy. This guy could have killed somebody. He could have been like George Zimmerman when George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin. Or he could have been like one of those lynchmen that lynched Emmett Till. Or one of those Klansmen that were out for justice. What they thought was justice. Any black man to do. But yet you got this mammy. This mammy, Whoopi Goldberg, defending this guy, man. And it's a shame, man. It's just a shame, like, how far, like, some of our people go to defend their white daddy, man. But anyway, I'm going to have to sign off. You know, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I will watch the playback and look at your comments to see what you all had to say. If I wasn't driving, I would respond to them now. And I don't know how people do it. I see people on here all the time, like doing live streams, and they actually and read the comments while they're driving. I don't know how they do that. But anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I post new content. Hopefully this came out all right. Like, I know I'm driving, there may be background noise. Hopefully that's not the case. If there is a problem with the audio, I'll just have to redo this, once I get to my computer. All right, so with that, I'm gonna say peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Talk to you later. Peace.